Hey guys, welcome to Only Friends,
where we reveal only the realest stories between two best friends.
So I'm Aisha.
My name is Hera.
And I'm a fourth year college student studying marketing.
I am a P2 student at the St. Louis College of Pharmacy. What is Only Friends?
What is it?
Only Friends?
So Only Friends.
Only Friends is a podcast where we talk about our friendship and just life in general between two best friends while we eat some yummy food.
So today we have breadco, and I got mac and cheese and a sandwich.
I got the Green Goddess toasted baguette and chips.
I've never had that.
It
looks good.
Oh my gosh, it's delicious.
Ooh. So for the first half of our podcast, we're going to talk about our peaks and pits, which are highs and lows of the week. So do you want to start off with yours?
Mm-hmm. So my low of the week is that I was super sick over the weekend, unfortunately, and that's always a miserable time. I literally was in and out of sleep all day, and then
That's the worst.
it was awful. Not fun. But on the flip side, the peak to that is that I got a lot of rest that was much needed. So it was nice to just sleep all day.
Dude, college, I don't be getting any sleep.
Never.
Like, never. We're gonna start off with my peak. So I had 2 8-week classes my first half of the semester, and I got 2 A's. I really did it. I'm
Yay!
so happy.
That's
And
so good.
yeah, one of the classes was for my early access to the MBA program, and it was like so hard, but like I'm happy that I finished it with an A because that's all that matters.
Yeah.
As for the pit, I had 2 new online classes, and this week I had like 22 assignments due. Like this Sunday.
that should
Like
be
22.
illegal.
That should be illegal. So our topic for this episode is going to be about our friendship and how long we've been friends and all the memories we've shared together. So more about my background. I was born in Pakistan, and I immigrated to the United States in 2007.
I am also from Pakistan. I was born there as well, and I immigrated to the United States in 2001. So basically, in like 2007-ish, Aisha's family came to. We were having this Pakistan Day event for the Independence Day, I think, right? In August. And so that was the year her family had gotten here.
Yep.
And so I was introduced to Aisha at that event. And so we, like, our parents introduced each other, you know, they got to know each other, and then they, like, I don't want to say forced us to be friends.
Yeah.
But, like, they were like, you guys are the same age. Go talk to each other.
I'll insert a picture right here of the first picture we took together at the event. So we're going to talk about some of our iconic memories throughout, like, our middle school years, our high school years, and our college. So elementary year, I went over to Hera's house, and I remember getting, like, a brand new red scooter. This was when I was, like, in my, like, tomboy phase, and I was, like, into skateboards.
Was that one of those Razor ones?
Yeah. I got a Razor red scooter from Walmart, and I was so excited. I literally took it to her house to show her.
Mm-hmm.
And she has, like, at her old house, she had this little hill.
Yeah, like, we lived at the hill, and it, like, steeped down into the main road.
So basically, what happened was, I'm at the top of the hill, and she's, like, standing in her driveway. So I'm at the top of the hill, and I'm like, Hera, I'm gonna go down this. Like, this is my first day. I'm going down this with my scooter. Like, I was reckless. So I'm over here at the top of the hill. I'm at the top of the hill, right? And I literally go down so fast.
She's zooming.
And one thing about me, I don't know how to ride a bike. I don't know nothing about balance. So why did I think I was going to be solid while doing that?
If there's one thing about Aisha growing up, she was very, like, fearless. Like,
Yeah.
YOLO. Like, this girl just didn't think twice. She was like, okay, bet. Like, we're doing it.
And Hera was the one that's like, you got it. You got it.
Yeah, and then at the same time, I'd be like a little mom, be like, oh my god, like, are you sure?
I have a scar on one of my elbows still to this day.
Still
Still to this day. That looks so ugly. Like, I don't even want to say what it looks like, but it looks bad.
It does.
It looks bad. And
your elbows were scraped. I think you had,
Yeah.
do you have, like, a big scratch?
I had, like, a big scratch on, like, my hip bone right here.
Yeah.
And I'm over here laughing, and Hera's over here like, do you need an ambulance?
Like, I'm like crying, about to be like, do I need to call 911? Like,
And I'm like,
freaking out.
I'm over here like, I don't even know what just happened. Like, I'm bleeding right here. I'm bleeding right here. And at this point, we thought, like, we were going to be in big trouble because, like, you know, I got hurt.
Terrified.
And she thought she was going to, like, get in trouble.
I thought I was going to die. Like, that was it. I'm not going to live to see tomorrow. Aisha's never going to come over to my house ever again.
Funny for that, though. Now all I have is 2 scars that I keep for the rest of my life. And it just reminds me to that, like, funny memory.
Yeah. And her parents were so chill about it. Yeah. They were like, it was an accident.
You live and learn.
Yeah, really.
Literally. Okay, you want to talk about our middle school?
Yeah. So, just getting into, like, Aisha and I and the energy that our friendship held and still holds to this day. We are so bad in the kitchen. Like, you will stick us in a kitchen and do something as simple as making microwavable popcorn. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Our parents are sitting in the kitchen, and this wasn't middle school, but we'll get into it. Our parents are sitting in the kitchen all talking, and Aisha and I are making popcorn, and it's burnt.
This is at her house.
It's at my house, and it's burnt. Like
it's smoking.
Like, we pull the bag, and it's, like, on fire, like, smoking.
It's, like, black from the bottom.
So we both grab the bag, and
we don't know what to do.
We don't. So I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't want them to find out. We're gonna go outside. So we took it outside and threw it in, like, the dumpster, you know, for trash pickup and everything. And then we go back inside, and then my dad all of a sudden goes, "Is something burning?" And I'm like, "No, we just made popcorn." It's a strong
smell. Like, you can be all the way in the
burnt.
Yeah, sidewalk, and you'll smell it.
It was literally, like, I remember seeing a flame in the bag. It was insane. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, let me go outside to the trash can, because I realized that it was literally on fire, and I stuck it in a plastic blue trash can, like, thing. And then we go outside, lift up the lid.
We throw it in there.
Yep. And then when we went back outside the second time to check on it, we opened the lid, and it's just smoke.
Smoke just coming out.
Smoke. Oh my god, it was so bad.
And it smelled so bad. It was just...
It was atrocious, and that was only one of the times.
Yeah. No. Leading into high school, we had a very bad incident.
So, just to, like, give some background information before we get into that day, I had gotten into a car accident on my way to school in my car.
And I remember her FaceTiming me and telling me about this, and I was like, holy.
So then, I'm too scared to drive at this point, but then a week and a half later, Aisha's like, hey, like, let's hang out, let's do something today. Well, my car was in the shop. So I'm like, okay, like, let me talk to my mom, let's see what's going on. So my mom was like, yeah, of course, like, you can borrow my car. So I dropped my mom at work.
Mom has, let's talk about what her mom had.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. Yeah. My car was an old car, 2001, really, like, jank.
I think it was cute.
No, I loved it, but it was easy to just, like,
just
whip around. My mom had an older model of a Mercedes-Benz.
A Benz, guys.
A Benz. I go to pick up Aisha, and we're like, oh, like, let's go to the mall and Walmart and all this and that.
We did a bunch of stuff, and we were, like, over here, like, oh my god, we got the mom's Benz.
Like, we were flexing it on social media.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Yeah, the Benz is no more.
It wasn't technically our fault. Like, we are responsible, but it's just, like, it was a person behind us. That was his fault.
Yeah, okay, so.
Yeah.
We're on
a highway.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're, like, we're driving the speed limit.
And so, accident up ahead, and then all of a sudden there's an ambulance coming in the right lane. So obviously everyone coming off the highway is moving over. Well, the person behind me or us or whatever was trying to, like, get over to go, like, follow the ambulance to get away, like, out of traffic. Then he, like, wanted to cut us off, and so he rear-ended us.
Literally,
and, like it was like a rear-ended hard, but thankfully, like,
I remember at this moment the music was blasting.
Why is the music?
The music was blasting. And I look at Hera, and she looks at me, and we turn down the music. First thing we do. We don't say nothing. We turn down the music. That is, like, the first thing we do.
And the craziest thing is, I literally glanced up into the rear view mirror right before this happened, and then I looked down, and all of a sudden we were hit. Like,
and I've never been in a car crash. Nothing.
And I was in one a week and a half before this. Yeah, so the trauma was crazy.
Crazy because she taught me how to drive.
I did. Oh my gosh.
She literally
I forgot about that.
Another high school moment.
So
then, high school went by, and then college came.
Mm-hmm.
If you think high school was crazy, you haven't even heard college. Okay, so college.
College has been the most interesting. I think as we grow, as we mature,
Yeah.
and just some of the choices we make and everything, it's definitely different.
It's more independent choices we've made.
So much more independent, and it's just a matter of catching each other up because it's not easy with school.
No.
And so,
one thing about our culture is though, like, it is very strict. So like some of the stuff like we did or we do, we kind of just did it like on our own.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
but it wasn't nothing bad. We didn't do anything bad. It's just like we could have gone better ways to go about it.
To go about it for sure. So something Aisha and I have always wanted to do together is travel.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, who the heck doesn't want to travel with their best friend?
And we're like in college. We're like, oh my god, we're 20s in our
22.
20s.
Like I was.
Let's travel.
Yeah. Like as a normal college student goes.
Yeah.
But not when you're Pakistani only daughters in your household.
We
youngest.
both have brothers, and we're the youngest.
So it's not easy trying to be like, hey, I want to go on a trip with my best friend and only my best friend and, like, no parents allowed because, again, not that we're doing anything bad. It's just we don't want to be dragged around to, like, Devon Street or something. Like, you know.
Oh, geez, no Devon Street.
Like, we have our own itineraries. Like, we want to do different activities that our parents are not going to be into. So what's the point?
And that's, like, a big culture shock because when you come to America, it's, like, everybody's so independent at the age of 18. Whereas for us, it's kind of, like, family through everything. Literally, family through everything.
And so, basically, a little bit more background on me and, like, my college life. I lived on campus for a couple years. At the end of second semester, Aisha and I decided we were going to take an impulsive trip.
Like,
just a day trip.
This is literally, like it's 2 days before the trip. Like, literally, it's Thursday, and the trip is, Saturday? And
we just decided, like, you know what, YOLO. Like,
this
is my last semester living on campus. Like, I'm not going to be able to finesse the way I used to. And so, we just decided that we were going to go on a day trip to Chicago. Like, we were just going to take a train super early morning.
Super early. Like, this is 4 a.m. we're talking. So, we're at the station by 4. We're up at 3 on the way there.
Her parents had to come pick me up from my school.
And then we went to the station from there.
And we did. So, her parents were very aware that we were going on this trip. They're chill.
Yeah.
And not that my parents aren't chill, but they just worry a little bit more, as they should. And so, thankfully, my mom ended up being like, okay, that's fine. Just tell your brothers. Yeah. Like... So my dad still does not know to this day, and I feel bad because my dad and I are like this. Like, that man is my bestie pal for real.
But we did end up going on the trip, and we got there around, like, 8 a.m., so we had literally all the way from 8 to, I think, 7.
Yeah.
Maybe before that, like, 5 o'clock, and because our train arrived to St. Louis around, like, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we were able to, like, go eat at, like, some nice places. Like, we went to this really nice restaurant that had, like, wings. And,
oh, my gosh, that was so good.
It had mac and cheese and, like,
oh, my gosh, that mac and cheese was incredible.
So
That's
good.
the best mac and cheese I've ever had in my entire life.
It was so good, yeah.
It was, I think we, like, researched it a little bit before. They were, like, award-winning, like, wings and stuff, but the mac and cheese.
It was so good. But then we also got a hotel. Mm-hmm. We literally got a day trip hotel. Like,
just so we could, like, even though we didn't have that much stuff, it was just, we didn't want to carry, like, lug a backpack around, like, when we're walking around.
And I hate using public bathrooms, like.
Yeah, it's just comfort, safety, like.
It was a nice hotel.
Rest. It was nice.
It was a bougie hotel, like, a bougie hotel.
It was real nice.
Like, there was if you see the bathroom.
Oh my god.
It was called the Talbot Hotel in Chicago, and
I can't believe you remember that.
Yeah,
I did not remember
dude, it was a nice hotel, but yeah, we did a bunch of stuff. We went to malls. We got to see a bunch of nice stuff down Chicago downtown.
I was really tired that day, and I ended up sleeping, like, in the hotel room for a little bit while Aisha went and explored.
No, I didn't do that.
What'd you do?
Not that.
I don't remember. I remember napping.
But yeah, Hera's over here knocked out in the hotel room. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go explore. So I'm over here walking Chicago downtown while she's napping in the hotel. Mind you, this is our 1 day trip. 1 day trip.
1 day trip, and I'm slumped.
Napping. She's straight napping in the hotel room.
I was knocked out, and it was honestly a wonderful nap. But
speaking about the train, that was like the best memory.
Oh my god.
Going there and back. On the way back was so hilarious. We had ramen in the train.
And hot dogs.
and hot dogs. So we had everything in the train. Like,
Yep, and then on the way back, because I had like gotten my nap in, Aisha was like dead tired, and
I'm so tired.
And I'm like bouncing off the
She's
walls,
like,
so much energy.
I'm on the train sitting. I'm just like eating my ramen, and she's looking at me like singing all this music, and I'm like,
I was bumping jams.
I'm like so lost. Like, I'm like,
this girl is literally just trying to sleep, and I'm like dancing, like, hey.
So that is it for our first podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching and learning more about us.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for our next one, which is about our
unpopular opinions.
And stay tuned and be on the lookout.